can eliminate enemy weapons which may be hidden from our own firepower. They can take prisoners, always a necessary means of acquiring information about enemy operations. Its mission completed, quickly and expeditiously, the patrol retains its mobility by returning to a rendezvous point to be picked up by helicopter or light plane. Even more daring uses of the airborne soldier are being developed. At several stations in the United States, Europe, and the Far East, small groups of volunteer paratroopers, known as Special Forces, are undergoing what is probably the most intensive training ever imposed on American fighting men. These men are conventional soldiers doing an unconventional job. They train as expert infantrymen. Qualifying as parachutists is only the beginning. They must qualify as frogmen, skiers, and mountain climbers as well. They are taught every form of swift, deadly attack. They learn the techniques of defense, armed and unarmed. They learn the fundamentals of demolition, on land and underwater. Improvise is a key word. This transportation may be crudely constructed, but it works. The Special Forces soldier must be able to improvise shelter as well as weapons. And he must do it in any kind of terrain or climate, so that he will not only stay alive, but be comfortable to save his strength to fight and carry out his mission. He learns how to find and catch his food. In short, the Special Forces airborne soldier knows that if he must, he can live off the land like an Indian. But he is, first of all, an expert in modern combat with special schooling in psychological warfare and foreign languages. But superbly self-reliant though he is, the Special Forces airborne soldier is not a lone wolf fighter. When he goes into action, it is always as a member of a highly organized team. This consists of a varying number of weapons men, demolitions men, radio men, medical technician, platoon sergeant, and commanding officer. Each man is an expert in his specialty, but he is so intensively cross-trained, he can take the place of another specialist if necessary. The mission of Special Forces is unique among airborne soldiers, to penetrate deep behind enemy lines, hundreds or thousands of miles, to stay for indefinite periods. to organize, train, and direct native guerrilla bands to fight the enemy from within his own camp with the weapons and skills of modern warfare. A detachment of special forces is capable of organizing and training a guerrilla force of 1,500 fighters. The importance of this can be assessed when we remember that General Eisenhower equated the assistance given by the French Maquis as that of 15 divisions. With all his unique qualities, the Special Forces trooper represents a highly developed, but not a revolutionary application of the airborne soldier. The regular airborne soldier, whether committed to action en masse or as a small unit, whether an instrument of the global strategy that directs strat, or in the battlefield tactics of vertical envelopment, is simply an aerial extension of the infantryman whose mission on the ground is unchanged, to close with the enemy and destroy him.
With all the dazzling increase in firepower and mobility for the modern fighting man, we must always come back to a basic, timeless truth. In the arena of final decision, the foot soldier ensures the ultimate victory. Now this is Sergeant Stuart Queen, your host for The Big Picture.
The Big Picture is an official report for the armed forces and the American people. Produced by the Army Pictorial Center. Presented by the Department of the Army in cooperation with this station.